हो चाहे पूरे भारत के अंदर जो है कि इस तरीके का कोई दोबारा से 1984 वाला हादसा हो। इसलिए हम सब जो हैं यहाँ आज एक मनोरंजन देने आए हैं कि जिन लोगों ने वहाँ पर ये काम किया है उनको सख्त से सख्त सजा दी जानी चाहिए।
बात पंजाब से लेकर के जो देश के बाहर भी यूके में जो खालिस्तान सिंपैथाइजर्स हैं बहुत ज्यादा तादाद में दिख रहे हैं। अमृतपाल के सपोर्ट में यहाँ भी हम लोगों ने प्रदर्शन देखे और ये मैसेज कहीं ना कहीं देना बहुत जरूरी है कि सिख कम्युनिटी चाहती क्या है।
मैम ये बिल्कुल गलत है। ऐसे है कि पूरी दुनिया में और पंजाब इवन पूरे देश भर में जहाँ जहाँ सिख लोग रहते हैं, सिख लोग बड़े शांत प्रिय कम्युनिटी है और लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन्स हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड वाइड में। ये जो कुछ चंद लोग ऐसे हैं जो सिखों के भेष में और हमारे ऐसे कुछ दुश्मन कंट्रीज़ हैं उनके उसमें आकर के बातों में आकर के ये इस तरीके की डिमांड्स जो हैं वो रेज़ कर रहे हैं और पूरी दुनिया में सिखों का नाम बदनाम कर रहे हैं। हम इसको कंडेम करते हैं, बहुत स्ट्रांगली से कंडेम करते हैं और सिख कम्युनिटी बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं चाहती कि इस तरीके की कोई जो डिमांड है वो रेज हो, जहाँ इस तरीके के जो ये स्लोगन्स और जो गलत रास्ते पे हमारे नौजवान चल रहे हैं उस रास्ते पे चलें, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है।
सर आपको लगता है कि नौजवान बहुत मिसगाइडेड भी है और शायद इसीलिए आप लोग ट्राई कलर लेके पहुंचे भी हैं, देश का झंडा लेके पहुंचे हैं, क्योंकि मैसेज देना बहुत जरूरी है कि हमारा देश का झंडा सबसे ऊपर है।
बिल्कुल, तिरंगा ही हमारा जो मान सम्मान हमारा तिरंगा है और तिरंगे से ही हमारी भारतवासियों की पूरी दुनिया में पहचान है। तो ये बात जो है कि खालिस्तान का झंडा लेकर के इन्होंने जो तिरंगे का वहाँ अपमान किया है वो बिल्कुल भी एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है। हम इसे एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती, हमारी पूरी सिख कम्युनिटी से एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती है। ये कुछ चंद लोग हैं जो लोग ये काम करते हैं, वो भी हमारे दुश्मन कंट्रीज़ के उसमें बहकावे में आके काम करते हैं।
कल हम लोगों ने देखा संडे को तो शनिवार को वहां पे प्रो खालिस्तानियों ने हमारा देश का झंडा नीचे किया, लेकिन उसके बाद कल हम लोगों ने देखा कि कैसे इंडियंस पहुंचे, उन्होंने उससे भी ज्यादा बड़ा तिरंगा वहां पे लहराया। आपको लगता है कि ये दर्शाता है कि हिंदुस्तानी कहीं पर भी हो, सिख हो, जो भी हो, लेकिन सब देश के झंडे का मान।
बिल्कुल, हम फर्स्ट टाइम एन इंडियन, देन आई एम अ सिख वुमेन, बट वी आर यूनाइटेड ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड। सो जो पेट्रियोटिज्म हमारे में है, that is not only seen in the Indians who live in India but all over the world. And Tiranga जो हमारा national flag है, that's the pride of all countrymen and all citizens living in all parts of different world.
So you feel that British officials didn't take proper action against those who were involved in the vandalism?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਤਿਰੰਗਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਾਨ ਹੈ, ਤਿਰੰਗੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਨ ਵੀ ਦੇ ਦਾਂਗੇ। ਤਿਰੰਗੇ ਦਾ ਅਪਮਾਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਰਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਬਿਲकुल भी।
मैम इस तिरंगे झंडे के लिए हम अपनी जान दे सकते हैं। जो भी इस तिरंगे झंडे का अपमान करेगा, चाहे वो कोई भी हो, उसको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा।
These are the visuals straight from the Chandigarh outside UK High Commission, as the Sikh delegation has come here to protest against what happened in UK. So you're watching Republic TV. We have to slip into a short break. On the other side of the break, we'll show you more breaking and visuals straight from Chandigarh on the protest by Sikh delegation. Slipping into a short break.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए।
सर आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन। हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल से सर एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट। Everest is the highest mountain in the world and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult sir. Ultimately crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं। Ultimately वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है वो आपको चढ़नी है।
डर लगा कभी?
सर आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है सर, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है आप सतर्क रहते हैं।
have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first become.
Top headlines right now. India sends a strong message to the UK. The security of UK High Commission reduced. Viewers, getting some big breaking coming in this point in time. It's been over 96 hours, but Khalistani fugitive Amritpal Singh is still on the run. And the latest coming in, viewers, big update coming in as the police are on a hot chase for Amritpal. Police have recovered the bike used by Amritpal to escape. That is right. Amritpal's bike has been recovered, viewers. We're getting these back-to-back details coming in at this point of time where we know Amritpal's bike has been recovered. Remember, last time we showed you visuals of Amritpal wearing a pink turban, sitting on a bike. In the front was his, supposedly an aide of his, which was riding the bike. But right now we know that that bike, which you can clearly see on your screen, that is Amritpal. He's wearing a pink turban. And the police are also saying that he is also donning multiple avatars, and he is changing his appearances multiple times to evade arrest. Now, this bike that you see on your screens, that is the bike which has been recovered, viewers. Getting these details coming in. Let's go ahead to Amandeep, who's getting us all the top updates. Amandeep, let's go ahead to you and try to understand more details about this bike. Now, this bike, which all of viewers are seeing on the screen, where was it found and what are the police saying about it?
Well, Shivangi, these bikes has been recovered in an abandoned situation from around at a distance of 40 kilometers from Jalandhar city nearby Moga. And in fact, these both was the bikes that has been used by Amritpal Singh to escape from the police custody after he has changed the vehicle from Brezza to bike. And even now the police is searching that person who was driving the bike. Though he was already identified as a Papalpreet Singh, the media manager of Amritpal Singh and Waris Punjab Day, and he also handles the social media platforms of Amritpal Singh and Waris Punjab Day. And in fact, now the police is also fetching the details regarding the bikes, who are the owners of the bike and what is their involvement into the escape of Amritpal Singh. Just because, Shivangi, Amritpal Singh is still at large and situation is very uncertain. But police is connecting the dots one by one. First, they have recovered the Mercedes, then they have recovered Isuzu, then they recovered Brezza, and now both bikes has also been recovered, and these all vehicles were used by Amritpal Singh to escape from the police net, to dodge the police trap which was led in Jalandhar to nab Amritpal Singh and Waris Punjab Day supporters. And in fact, now let's see and let's wait and watch what next. Either police will be able to arrest Amritpal Singh after connecting the dots, after getting the people into the custody, and in fact after recovering the vehicles that were used by Amritpal Singh to escape, or police is still struggling to find out the whereabouts and the possible hideouts of Amritpal Singh. And so far, they are very much unknown about the location of Amritpal Singh, with where he has fled. LOC has been issued, non-bailable warrants has been issued, and in fact, his photographs has been spread at the airports and the seaports with the different looks. That the possibility is that now Amritpal might change his looks, he might change his physical appearance, and might change his expression of the face also by removing the beard and by removing the turban. So every single photographs have been shared, and in fact one possibility is that he might try to fled the country, and that is the reason lookout circulars has also been issued. But the fact of the matter is that the trap that was laid by Punjab police in a huge manner with a massive deployment for Amritpal Singh on 18th of March, but he has escaped from that police net. He has dodged the police and managed to flee, and still he is at large. He is absconding. He has declared fugitive. NSA has been imposed against him, but Amritpal Singh is not in the custody of Punjab police. Yes, Shivani.
Amandeep, right, Amandeep. So Amandeep is getting the latest details. So the bike you see on your screen, viewers, that has been seized, that has been found. Not just that, different looks of Amritpal have been put up at all airports and seaports. And 2 aides of Amritpal have also been booked under NSA. Republic has been reporting live from ground. All our reporters are getting you top updates. Republic reported from Amritpal's native village a short while back. Here's a ground report filed by my colleague Gursimran Singh. Take a look.
As fugitive Amritpal continues to be out of the hands of Punjab police, intensified searches are on at many districts. Even at the native village Jalupur Kheda, where Amritpal resides with his family, the security has been beefed up. Though the internal cordon has been taken out, but there is a visible deployment of the Punjab police on the areas that are leading towards the other villages. These are the small roads, the connecting roads where the deployment has been made by the Punjab police. Female cops are also present along with the special operations group of the Punjab police, so as to ensure that if Amritpal or any of his associates try to come to his place, he or she can be nabbed. And the senior officials of the Punjab police, they are also here keeping a tab. And now this deployment in the areas that are connecting the nearby villages to the village of Amritpal clearly shows that the police don't want any of the elements linked to Amritpal come to his place. If they try, they will be nabbed. With Gaurav Sahni, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
All right, viewers, let's go straight ahead to live visuals which are coming in right now. And those visuals coming in from Amritpal's native village, native residence. Visuals coming in right over there. And remember that Amritpal's father spoke to Republic TV, and according to him, it's a manhunt. The manhunt is a conspiracy, according to him, and he has spoken to Gursimran earlier. Those visuals coming in from Amritsar, right outside Amritpal's residence, as a hunt is on to find Amritpal. It's been more than 96 hours since Amritpal has been declared a fugitive and is still on the run.
ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਐਡਵੋਕੇਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ ਐਸਪੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ ਯਾਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਹੁਣ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਖਲਾ ਲੈਣੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਯਾਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੈਸੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਆਏ ਆ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ 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 ਕੋਈ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਡਮ ਕਿਸ ਕਰਨੇ ਸਰ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ ਇਹ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ से सहयोग कर रहे हैं ਤਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ सहयोग कर रहे हैं ਬਾਹਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਈਏ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਦੱਸ ਦੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ प्राइवेट टीम आई है कि पूरी तरह से इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम के साथ सहयोग कर रहे हैं फैमिली मेंबर्स अभी जब हम
ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਟੀਮ ਆਈ ਸੀ ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ
All right, let's go straight to Gursimran, who is joining us live right now. Gursimran, you're right outside Amritpal's residence in Amritsar. Just take us through exactly what is happening there. We see a lot of activity.
Came out and he said that we have come here for some inquiries and we are doing so. He didn't reveal anything pertaining to the wife or mother of Amritpal. Amritpal's father also came out. Some of his friends from the national capital have arrived here, possibly advocates, those who are extending the legal support to the Amritpal's family. They have come from the national capital and he has gone to see them off. Now the DYSP rank officer said that there is nothing much that we can share as of now, that the family is fully cooperating with them, and they have come for some inquiry. No details have been shared whether it was the wife of Amritpal who was being questioned or whether it was mother of Amritpal. They were questioning him because the father of the Amritpal, he was with his some of the friends, those who have come from the national capital. So this is what actually is happening, and now the doors have been closed. No one is allowed to move inside the house. Two DYSP rank officers are still inside the residence of Amritpal, and they are questioning possibly the wife and the mother of Amritpal. Yes.
Right, Gursimran. Gursimran, we're getting these details coming right now about the fact that the bikes used by Amritpal to escape, those have been just found. The Punjab police have issued a circular and a non-bailable warrant against Amritpal. Photos with different looks of Amritpal have been put up at all airports and seaports. Right now, is the police questioning the family on the whereabouts of Amritpal?
See, it's already 1 hour that the police teams has reached here, headed by two DYSP rank officer, a DYSP from the Amritsar and a DYSP of the local area. Both are inside. They are carrying out the questioning of the family members, and I'll request you, Gaurav, to keep showing you the visuals that there is a visible police deployment at the entrance of Amritpal residence. No one is allowed to go in. Only the family members were allowed to go in and come out. And a couple of minutes back, a DYSP rank officer came. He shared some details that we have come here for a purpose, for some inquiry purpose, and we are doing the same. There is nothing such that the NIA or any other agency is coming, and they are questioning him, the father of Amritpal. When I spoke to him, he said that there is nothing such of the questioning type that is going on. Yes.
All right, Gursimran, thank you for getting us all the details. So Gursimran is right outside Amritpal's residence right now. The Punjab police are at Amritpal's residence, and like Gursimran is saying that there's a kind of a questioning which is happening there. We'll come to know the details of it in just a short while. Gursimran, keep getting us ahead on the story and keep telling us exactly what's happening outside Amritpal's residence. We're moving ahead to some other stories we're tracking on Republic TV. Now, amidst the speculation over BJP's chief ministerial candidate, Karnataka CM Baswaraj Bommai has expressed his desire to be the next chief minister. Here's a report on that.
There's a big question on who will be the CM face for the BJP in the upcoming assembly elections, and now the current chief minister Baswaraj Bommai has again gone on to state that he will be the chief minister, and this statement came in Bagalkot where he stated that he's done thousands of developmental works for the constituency, mainly with respect to irrigation work as well. But despite the fact that he's gone on to sanction funds for the assembly constituency and the district of Bagalkot, Murugesh Nirani, who is the industries minister, had not brought him to the fore. But the people need not worry, because he will again come back to power. He will become the chief minister and he will visit the constituency, is a sort of message that has been put forth by Baswaraj Bommai. Recently, to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who had gone on to address a rally, stated that Baswaraj Bommai will be very instrumental in bringing the BJP party back to power in Karnataka, and he is someone under whose leadership the BJP will go to elections in the state. But will it be only limited to leadership, or will it be Baswaraj Bommai who will be the CM again if the party comes back to power, is something which the High Command can only go ahead and decide. With video journalist Bhagat Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic, Bengaluru.
Chief Minister of Delhi Manish Sisodia to be produced once again before the Rouse Avenue Court. After this very short break, we will be getting all the details as the custody of Manish Sisodia comes to an end as far as the ED case is concerned. Stay tuned for all the live updates after this very short break.
एक बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए?
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन. हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल से एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट. Everest is the highest mountain in the world, and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult. Sir. Ultimately, crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं. Ultimately, वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है, वो आपको चढ़नी है.
डर लगा कभी?
सर, आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है सर, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है, आप सतर्क रहते हैं.
have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
Alright viewers, getting in visuals on your screen right now of Manish Sisodia being taken to court. That means he's being taken to Rouse Avenue Court once again. Sisodia is on his way to the court. He has in fact appeared before court multiple times already. A lot of arguments being made from both sides as well. We also know that yesterday Manish Sisodia's bail plea was filed in the Delhi excise policy case under the CBI's probe. The Sisodia's lawyers have argued that no incriminating material was revealed during searches led by the CBI. That's one of the arguments being made by Sisodia's counsel. I just want to go across to Piyush Mishra is joining us live. Piyush, what can we expect today? Because one more court hearing in the Delhi excise policy case. Can we expect a hearing once more on the bail plea? All right, Piyush, just getting a little trouble with your audio. If you can just fix that. But these are exclusive images coming in where Sisodia is being taken to court, viewers. Now, this is in connection with the Delhi excise policy case where Sisodia is in the dock in connection to Liquorgate, a story we have been tracking very closely here at Republic TV. I'm coming back to you, Piyush. So, Piyush, take us through exactly what we can expect in today's court hearing at the Rouse Avenue Court.
Well, Shivangi, if we talk about today's proceeding, what we are now hearing is that ED is likely to seek his 2 days custody, more for 2 days. Remember that he has already spent 12 days of custody in the ED headquarters, and the ED has questioned him for the last 12 days, and most likely ED is going to seek his custody for 2 more days. This is what the sources are telling us. Remember that it is a case in which the ED had to confront many people with Manish Sisodia, people who are connected with this entire scam. They had to be confronted with Manish Sisodia. Last time when he was produced before the Rouse Avenue Court, the lawyers of Manish Sisodia had said that the kind of investigation which ED is doing can be termed as the mental harassment, and he is not being asked any kind of questions. He is just being made to sit there at the ED headquarters. To which the ED officers are told to court, and ED counsels in fact told to court that there are many people who have to be called in and who have to be made confronted with Manish Sisodia, and that is why it is quite taking time. And today, when the 5 days of ED custody of Manish Sisodia coming to an end, once again we can expect Enforcement Directorate to seek 2 days of more custody of Manish Sisodia today. Also, we'll have to wait and watch how the court is going to hear the arguments and how the court is going to pay heed to what the ED counsels are going to request to them. But this is the case in which Manish Sisodia was first arrested by CBI on February 26. He spent at least 7 days there in CBI custody, after which he was sent to Techade jail. And even before his bail hearing in the CBI case could come, Enforcement Directorate, after grilling him for 2 days inside the Techade jail, had arrested him. The main allegation which Manish Sisodia is facing Singh, is that the now scrapped Delhi policy, Delhi excise policy, was formed under his watch, under his nose, and that policy somewhere gave a lot of benefits to many liquor dealers. Why? Because of this policy, the licenses were granted to many liquor traders, which subsequently helped in cartelization and benefited the liquor dealers, who in lieu of that had paid a huge amount of bribe to Aam Aadmi Party leaders. Remember that these allegations have always been refuted by Aam Aadmi Party. We have seen as to how Aam Aadmi Party has tried projecting Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain as a hero. In fact, Satyendra Jain was also compared with Bhagat Singh. So today, the ED custody of Manish Sisodia coming to an end, and that is why he is being taken to Rouse Avenue Court. After he is produced in Rouse Avenue Court, most likely it is going to seek his 2 days custody. We'll have to see how the court is going to look into the request of ED. Why 2 days of custody? Because 14 days are the one on which ED focuses as far as its investigation is concerned. And if ED does not seek his further custody, then he will be directly sent to Tihar jail, because his bail hearing in CBI case is already pending and which is going to be heard in the coming few days. And if he does not get relief from the court, then he will have to spend his days till April, the next month. They are in the jail. We'll have to see what is going to happen in the court, but it is a very crucial development which is now taking place. Manish Sisodia has now been taken out from the ED headquarters. He's being taken to Rouse Avenue Court, where ED most likely is going to again seek his further custody.
All right, Piyush, thanks for getting us all the details. Piyush getting us top updates as Sisodia is being taken to court. And like we were telling you, not the first time, because Sisodia has appeared in court in multiple hearings as well. The CBI has opposed the bail plea of Sisodia and saying that even though he might not be a flight risk, he's a risk for evidence destruction. Taking a very short break here on Republic TV, we keep getting you the top updates on India's #1 news network. Well, much more coming up on the other side. SP MP makes a controversial comment, says Parliament adjourned for Hindu festivals. And big fight in BJP over Karnataka's chief ministerial candidate. Bommai pitches self now.
We have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in, whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए।
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन। हालांकि
All right, viewers, it's happening right now. Sisodia has reached Rouse Avenue Court. He has been taken inside the court. Right now, I'm being joined by Madhurima, who's reporting live from outside the court. Madhurima, I'm coming to you. Now, we know that special CBI judge M.K. Nagpal is here in the case. In fact, he has even heard the previous cases. Take us through exactly what we can expect now that Sisodia has reached the Rouse Avenue Court.
Well, Shivangi, like my colleague Piyush was just pointing out in the earlier live, that if the Enforcement Directorate asks for 2 more days of custody, they will have to produce some very concrete evidence that would, that would help the court award them that kind of custody, because it's already been 12 days of custody of the former Deputy Chief Minister. Because remember, last time the Enforcement Directorate had said that there were around 1.23 lakh mails that were retrieved, and then multiple of them need to be combed out, and there was evidence that need to be put forth in front of Sisodia. Also, at the same time, they wanted to also question him about the multiple phones, where were they destroyed, because the Enforcement Directorate had successfully found out even the days and the date of when the phone were charged, when they were destroyed, what was the last time there was even a small call or a missed call on those numbers and phones. So all that data was supposed to be kept in front of Sisodia, and of course the multiple confrontation, including that of Mr. Alok Srivastava. He is a personnel from the Excise Policy Department in the national capital. That was also supposed to be done. So in just a couple of minutes, around 2 o'clock, the hearing will begin, and we'll be bringing the updates for viewers. We're slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back, keeping you ahead of all the updates that are coming from Rouse Avenue Court, where Sisodia will be produced in a couple of minutes.
We have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal, and nobody, first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in, whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
एक बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए।
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन। हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल सेज एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर,
एक बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए?
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन. हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल सेज एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट. Everest is the highest mountain in the world and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult. Ultimately crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं. Ultimately वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है वो आपको चढ़नी है.
डर लगा कभी?
सर, आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है आप सतर्क रहते हैं.
Good afternoon, you're live and breaking. It's 2 p.m. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. We'll get you all the top stories over the next half an hour. We start first with the top headlines. India sends out a strong message to UK. Security of UK High Commission reduced. UK diplomats' security cut next. Senior police officers back at Amritpal residence. He remains on the run, still untraceable. Bihar Deputy Chief Minister stokes fresh controversy, says only a Gujarati can be a cheat. SP MP makes a controversial remark, says Parliament adjourned for Hindu festivals. Storm over anti-Modi posters in the national capital. BJP claims up hand. The latter hits back. Big fight in BJP over Karnataka's chief ministerial candidate. Bommai pitches self now. Alright, we straight away start with visuals coming in right now of the former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, who's been taken inside the court. So those are the visuals that are just coming in, where you see Manish Sisodia smiling as he's being taken inside the court. We'll go across to Madhurima as well, who's getting us all the latest from outside the Delhi Rouse Avenue Court. The hearing that will begin very shortly. But the visuals there on your screens, where you see Manish Sisodia smiling as he's being taken inside the court. Now, this is, remember, in connection with the liquor gate. The agencies would be seeking a further extension of his custody in relation to the now scrapped Delhi excise policy. The visuals on your screens of Manish Sisodia inside the Delhi's Rouse Avenue court. Alright, we have both Piyush and Madhurima joining us live right now. Madhurima, who's there outside the Delhi's Rouse Avenue court. Madhurima, help us understand the kind of arguments we can expect today on part of Manish Sisodia's lawyer in the court.
Well, Samiksha, if we talk about the defense from the side of the former Deputy Chief Minister, they are of course going to oppose if any custody is sought from the side of the Enforcement Directorate, because already 12 days of custody has already been given to the Enforcement Directorate, and even the last time Sisodia's counsel were quite fierce over the fact that the entire grilling that is happening at the Enforcement Directorate is not enough, and in fact Manish Sisodia had said in front of the court that he is ready to be even grilled during the night times, and he said that the Enforcement Directorate is only questioning for a couple of hours and they could have finished and they be done with it much sooner. They are trying to drag it unnecessarily. These were some of the arguments that were kept forth by the counsel of Manish Sisodia. What needs to be seen here today is that if the Enforcement Directorate asks for more custody, because 12-day is the 12-day remand is a good number of days that have already been awarded to the Enforcement Directorate to grill Sisodia, the Enforcement Directorate will have to put forth some very serious evidences basis and reasons that would that would help court be inclined towards them and give them the 2 day of extension of custody, because at the maximum the custody can go to 14 days and 12 days has already happened. Last time as well, the council from the side of Sisodia had said that the grilling is of the similar nature as what happened during the custody of the Central Bureau of Investigation, and that there is no difference, and that the arguments from the side of Enforcement Directorate are also similar to that of ED. But the Enforcement Directorate had made it ample clear that they have a lot of evidence that they have combed out of multiple people, multiple interrogations, specifically the digital data, and that Mr. Sisodia need to be confronted. And that was the reason. In just a couple of minutes, we'll see that whether ED presses for more remand or not. Samiksha.
Madhurima, stay with us. Let's go across to Piyush Mishra also. Piyush, we understand that on Tuesday the court had sought a reply from the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, 25th March is the deadline by which the court has said that ED must file its response. Take us through the details of what exactly the court had to say in what really happened yesterday inside the court.
Well, certainly today is a very important day, and Manish Sisodia has again been taken to Rouse Avenue Court, and the ED has to in fact reply to court as far as their course of investigation is concerned. And if court rejects the ED request of any further custody which they seek, then Manish Sisodia will directly be sent to Techade jail, because he has to spend his 14 days of judicial custody, which was extended by the Rouse Avenue Court a couple of days back. In fact, his bail hearing is also listed in coming few days. But the point here is that there are serious allegations. Those are now being faced by Manish Sisodia, and both the agencies, be it CBI or ED, they are investigating the entire case. In fact, after being in custody of Central Bureau of Investigation, he was sent to Techade jail, and ED officers had grilled him inside the Techade jail only, and even before his bail hearing could be heard, as far as the ED case is concerned, he was placed under arrest by the ED officers a day before. And ED is, investigating the PMLA charges. In fact, the ED had taken suo cognizance because serious concerns and serious grave allegations were there on not only Manish Sisodia but also Aam Aadmi Party leaders. The biggest allegation which Manish Sisodia specifically was facing is that the entire excise policy, now scrapped Delhi's excise policy, was formulated under his watch, and that policy had somewhere given favors to certain liquor traders, and cartelization has taken place, and because of that cartelization, massive benefits was enjoyed by many liquor traders, and while they were enjoying those benefits, they also paid bribes to Aam Aadmi Party leaders. So there is a web of events, and that was connected by the Enforcement Directorate, and it is now investigating the entire case. Involvement of many people. There is involvement of South Lobby also. There is involvement of close aid of the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. We'll have to see how the investigation is further going to proceed, and for how many days ED today is going to seek the custody of Manish Sisodia. Samiksha.
Piyush and Madhurima, thank you for the moment. So Madhurima, of course, reporting live from outside Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court, where the hearing would begin shortly, and Piyush there reporting from outside the ED office as we speak. So remains to be seen whether any relief is in offering for the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who's now been produced before the court. But moving on to the other big story, we've been tracking this one on the action that's been initiated. We understand that the security cover for the UK envoy in India has now been reduced. This, of course, after we saw how the Indian flag was pulled down from outside the Indian High Commission office in London. So that's the latest coming in. But the newsbreak that is coming in right now is a statement that has also been issued by the British High Commissioner, who has said that they do not comment on security matters. This, remember, comes, of course, after the security cover for the UK envoy in India was reduced from outside his residence. So a stern message that has been sent out by India as far as that incident is concerned. Let's go across to Abhishek Kapoor, also a senior executive editor. Abhishek, how do you read into this, the statement that has come in from the British High Commission, where they've said they do not comment on security covers, but how do you read into the security there having been reduced for the UK envoy back home?
Well, Samiksha, so the issue is that it's a cryptic one-line response, and obviously, it cannot be beyond that, coming in from the High Commission, where they say that they don't comment on security matters, but the fact of the matter is that there has been a communication that has happened. Our sources tell us that this review of security, not just in the case of UK High Commission, of course, it's begun with them in the light of or in the backdrop of the development that have taken place in London. It is also a review that is being implemented insofar as other diplomatic establishments of other countries are concerned, the High Commission and embassies in the diplomatic enclave of Chanakyapuri. If the security they are getting, is it commensurate with the threats or perception that goes about it? Because we have seen that there is an element of reciprocity that is missing. So despite the fact that the British were forewarned, yet they let the incident of our High Commission getting surrounded by vandals and that vandalism to take place, leading to, in fact, injuries to at least 2 of our diplomatic staff. So this is an ongoing and a long-term process that's going to be in place for a while. Samiksha, the British, of course, so the High Commission here responding with a cryptic one-line response saying that they don't comment on security issues. But obviously, message has gone where it should, and that's what matters, because remember, today is Wednesday, and another call by SFJ, for example, in London, that seeks for justice for this separatist Khalistani organization, which wants to hold another round of protest outside the High Commission. So as you see, the proof of the pudding is in its eating. We would see for ourselves whether the Scotland Yard or the London Metropolitan Police responds this time differently than they did a couple of days back, and then take a call whether to further reciprocate security measures vis-a-vis the British High Commission here in New Delhi.
Right, Abhishek, thank you. We'll have to leave it at that. But we're now getting a news break of Manish Sisodia, whose judicial custody has now been extended till the 5th of April. So that's the news break that's just coming in of Sisodia's judicial custody that has now been extended till the 5th of April. Remember, this comes in the backdrop of the sloganeering which continues outside the office near the Rouse Avenue Court. While all of this is happening, Sisodia there having been sent to judicial custody till 5th of April. So an extension of more than 10 days of the judicial custody for Manish Sisodia, sent to judicial custody by the court. We'll go across to Madhurima as well to get us more details of the arguments inside the court. But a setback coming in for the Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia, who's now been sent to judicial custody till the 5th of April. Remember, the now scrapped Delhi excise policy is being probed by the central agencies, by not just the Enforcement Directorate but by the CBI as well. A lot of political leaders who are also under the scanner of the central agencies, which also includes BRS leaders, including the BRS MLC K. Kavita, the daughter of the Telangana Chief Minister. The latest, of course, that's coming in right now of judicial custody for Manish Sisodia, that's been extended till the 5th of April. All right, we'll go across to Madhurima and Piyush as well to take us to the latest on that. And remains to be seen the kind of legal options that are there for Manish Sisodia at this point. But this is the judicial custody. He's been sent to judicial custody till the 5th of April. Now, remember, the Delhi Rouse Avenue Court had yesterday had sought a reply from the Enforcement Directorate on its probe into the Delhi liquor gate, saying that it would have to furnish a reply by 25th of March. But latest that we are getting in right now of the judicial custody having been extended for Manish Sisodia till the 5th of April. So while we continue to track all the latest on the now scrapped Delhi excise policy in relation to which the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has been sent to judicial custody, tracking that story very closely. For now, a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country. Punjab cops tighten noose around Amritpal after massive manhunt was launched. Now Punjab police have started probing Amritpal's parents' bank accounts and going through the checks and balances as well. With that, Amritpal's wife Kirandeep's account is also under the lens of the Punjab police. The Uttarakhand police meanwhile conducted a combing operation at Gurudwaras, hotels and in areas on
the Indo-Nepal border in Udham Singh Nagar district in search of radical preacher Amritpal Singh and his associates who are on the run after the Punjab police launched a crackdown against them. It's suspected that Amritpal could have crossed over the border. Presenting the Delhi budget for the year 2023-2024, Delhi Finance Minister said that Delhi model is a model that wants to fulfill the dreams of the common man. With this year budget, we want to make Delhi clean and beautiful. Alright, going back to this big story that we've been tracking, Manish Sisodia, who's now been sent to judicial custody till 5th of April. So big setback there coming in for the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. Let's go across to Madhurima, who's there outside Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court. Madhurima, take us through the kind of legal options that Manish Sisodia and his lawyers would be looking into after this setback has come in for the Aam Aadmi Party leader.
Well, Samiksha, first thing first would be the bail plea that will be heard on the 24th of March. Let me highlight the fact that the last time when Manish Sisodia had knocked the doors of the Supreme Court seeking the Apex Court's intervention in the entire matter, the Apex Court had denied to hear the plea and said that please come to us through relevant courts, and after which this bail plea hearing will be heard on 24th. Remember, in his bail plea as well, Manish Sisodia has said there is no point in keeping him behind the bars because he has cooperated every time and has adhered to all the summons that were issued by all the investigative agencies, and that all the recoveries that were supposed to be made have already been made, and that he has a wife to take care of, and at the same time that it was nothing but a mental torture and harassment on the side of the investigative agencies, and that it is a political vendetta. And listening to that, the court last time had denied the bail plea. Also, what had come as an add-on in the woes of Manish Sisodia was the Enforcement Directorate intervention. And the point is that when the Enforcement Directorate takes in the case, it becomes the problem of the accused to prove themselves as innocent, because then the entire investigation happens under the PMLA Act. Where the accused has to explain themselves that they have not committed the crime, where the Enforcement Directorate have found in some very hefty evidence against Manish Sisodia that they have kept in front of the court all the two times when they sought the investigation. We'll have to see whether the court will incline towards Sisodia during the bail plea or not, because both the agencies have their own investigation in the entire liquor policy scam, and with the South Group's intervention and K. Kavita being brought in the scene, it is a difficult task ahead for Manish Sisodia. Samiksha.
Madhurima, stay with us. Let's go across to Piyush Mishra also, who's there outside the ED office. Piyush, if you can take us through the arguments that were made by the Enforcement Directorate. We understand that the ED did not seek extension of that remand for Manish Sisodia in the court.
Well, certainly, the moment Manish Sisodia was produced before the Rouse Avenue Court, ED told the court that they would not seek his further remand, further custody, and that is why the Rouse Avenue Court has now sent Manish Sisodia to Tihar Jail, which means in judicial custody till April 5. So now there are two cases we need to understand. One is CBI case, and Manish Sisodia is in judicial custody in CBI case till April 3, and now there is ED case, and in that case, Manish Sisodia has now been sent in judicial custody till April 5. So as far as the bail hearing, which is slated for 24th of this month is concerned, that is in the CBI case. In his bail plea, Manish Sisodia had requested the court to grant him bail because of multiple reasons. One, his wife is not well, and two, his son is abroad, to which CBI opposed and said that even if Manish Sisodia is not a flight risk, if he is set free, then he could influence the evidences, he could tamper with the evidences, and that is why he should should not be given the bail. Now we'll have to see how the court is going to look into the bail plea of Manish Sisodia, which is scheduled for 24th of March. But as far as the ED case is concerned, today once again he has now been, he was produced, in fact he was produced and now he has been sent to judicial custody till April 5. So in that case, in ED's case, once again Manish Sisodia will have to file another plea in ED's case. We'll have to see how the court will be looking into that plea. So there are two pleas which now Manish Sisodia will have to face. Will have to go through. One CBI's case, another one is ED case, and ED in fact PMLA allegation.
All right, Piyush, we leave it at that. I'm sorry, I'll have to interrupt you. There seems to be a network problem, but Piyush, they're getting us that news break of Manish Sisodia having been sent to judicial custody till the 5th of April. So tracking that story very, very closely. For now, no setback that's coming for Manish Sisodia. But moving on to the other big story that we've been tracking, this one, Operation Amritpal Singh. Amritpal, who remains on the run for more than 4 days now. Remember, massive manhunt has already been launched. NSA has been booked against the Khalistani backer. Not just this, he's been declared a fugitive as well. Meanwhile, the Punjab police in the latest update also arrived at Amritpal's residence. Take a look at this report from Amritpal's residence in Jalandhar.
The cops of the Punjab police have arrived here at the residence of Amritpal, who remains at large on the 5th day. We are told that the two DYSP rank officers, one from the local area, another from the Amritsar, they have arrived here and along with the contingent of the police. A couple of minutes back, the teams of the Punjab police have arrived and now they are having the conversation with the mother of Amritpal Singh, who is inside this residence here in the Jallupur Kheda village that is in the outskirts of the Amritsar rural. Important to mention that on the 5th day, the Amritpal is still at large and the cops are trying to get any information regarding his whereabouts, and possibly for the same reason, the two DYSP rank officers have been sent by the Punjab police here. We are told that these officials have come here to gather some information as well as to convey some message to the family.
That's all we have for you in this edition of Live and Breaking, but do not go anywhere. A lot of top stories lined up for you on the other side of this very short break. SP Neta makes controversial comments, says Parliament adjourned for Hindu festivities. And storm over anti-Modi posters in the national capital. BJP claims AAP hand, the latter hits back.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए?
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन. हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल से एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट. Everest is the highest mountain in the world and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult. Ultimately crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं. Ultimately वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है वो आपको चढ़नी है.
डर लगा कभी?
सर, आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है सर, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है आप सतर्क रहते हैं.
We have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in, whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
LDF MLA KT Jalil has taken on to Facebook to condemn the Archbishop of Talassery, Mar Joseph Pamplani, over his comment of assuring support to the BJP if the party raises the fair price of rubber by rupees 300. In the insinuating post made by KT Jalil, he states and equates the 300 rupees offer as that of 30 silver coins, referring to the biblical times when Judas had betrayed Jesus Christ for 30 silver coins. He also went on to say and question the community by stating whether the head of those who are going to the BJP for rupees 300 will be attached to the body also needs to be seen. The comment has definitely earned displeasure from the BJP, as BJP leadership has condemned the statement made by KT Jalil. However, the bishop has stuck to his stance and said there is no indistance that they will keep from the ruling party of the country.
From crackdown on Amritpal Singh and his aides to the latest on Liquorgate, tracking all those stories very closely. Slipping into a short break, but on the other side, my colleague Rakshita is going to get you all the top stories after a very short break. And coming up on the other side, the latest on SP Neta, who's now made a controversial remark, says Parliament adjourned for Hindu festivities. And a storm over anti-Modi posters in Delhi, BJP claims Aap hand, the latter hits out.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
एक बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए?
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन. हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल से सर एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट. Everest is the highest mountain in the world and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult sir. Ultimately crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं. Ultimately वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है वो आपको चढ़नी है.
डर लगा कभी?
सर, आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है सर, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है आप सतर्क रहते हैं.
We have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in, whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
Very good afternoon. You're watching Republic TV with me, Rakshita Mishra. We are focusing on the big hunt for the Khalistani leader, Amritpal Singh. On this bulletin, we'll get you all on that and the latest developments. That's the big story we're tracking at Republic TV. But first, let's get you the top stories at this hour. India sends a strong message to UK. Security of UK High Commission reduced. UK diplomat security cut next. Senior police officers back at Amritpal residence. He remains on the run, still untraceable.
सिर्फ गुजराती ठग हो सकते और उनके ठग को माफ किया जाएगा। LIC का पैसा, बैंक का पैसा दे दो, फिर वो लोग लेके भाग जाएगा तो कौन जिम्मेवार होगा?
Bihar Deputy Chief Minister stokes controversy, says only a Gujarati can be a cheat. Delhi court sends Sisodia to judicial custody till the 5th of April as ED seeks no further remand.
अगर आज की छुट्टी करी गई है तो कल रमज़ान भी आ रहे हैं, उसकी भी छुट्टी होनी चाहिए। सिखों के पर्व की भी छुट्टी होनी चाहिए, क्रिश्चियंस की भी होनी चाहिए।
SPMP makes controversial comment, says Parliament adjourned for Hindu festivals. Storm over anti-Modi posters in the national capital. BJP claims Aam Aadmi Party hand. Aam Aadmi Party hits back. All right, we begin with the top story. We are getting you the first response of British High Commission after India cut the security. The British High Commission has refused to comment on the matter. This comes after a strong message to the United Kingdom. India has reviewed the security for the UK diplomats. The security of UK High Commission has been reduced. Additional security courtesy has been withdrawn. And my colleague Anuj is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Anuj, what is the latest that you can tell us? This is indeed a strong message to the United Kingdom.
Well, exactly. This is a strong message to the United Kingdom by the India. Right now, let me give you the sense and visuals. I'm reporting from the British High Commission where the security has been already taken back, where the security has been reduced, and this is the strong message that has been given to the British High Commissioner. Not only limited to this particular place, let me tell you, when we are talking about this strong message, let me tell you that this is not limited to particular place, but the security has been reduced from the residence of the UK Commissioner also, and other diplomats who belongs to UK, their security also has been reduced when we are talking about the message which has been given loud and clear by the India. And let me give you the sense. I'll ask my video journalist to give you the sense that what has happened. There you can see in the visuals. This exactly is the place where barricades were, and those barricades also had been taken out. The security, as we are telling it to our viewers, has been already reduced. So those barricades has been already taken out. On the other hand, not limited to one place. As I told you earlier, also not limited to this particular British High Commission from where I am reporting. This is the main British High Commission in India. I'm reporting from the national capital. And if we talk about the residents, then yes, the security has been taken back from the commissioner residence also.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Anuj. That was Anuj, my colleague, live from outside the British High Commission in New Delhi. And we are seeing what a stern message that New Delhi is sending out to London. But now we are going to shift focus to the other big story that we have been tracking and getting you all the latest on the hunt for Amritpal. Now it's been over 96 hours, but Khalistani fugitive Amritpal Singh is still on the run. And in latest, Punjab police have recovered Amritpal's bike that was used to escape. This is a big development that has just come in. You can see the video on our screens.
That is dated March 18th. That is the escape video on your screens right now. You can see Republic TV has also reported from Amritpal's native village. Let's get you the ground report filed by my colleague Gursimran Singh. Take a look.
As fugitive Amritpal continues to be out of the hands of Punjab police, intensified searches are on at many districts. Even at the native village Jalupur Kheda, where Amritpal resides with his family, the security has been beefed up. Though the internal cordon has been taken out, but there is a visible deployment of the Punjab police on the areas that are leading towards the other villages. These are the small roads, the connecting roads where the deployment has been made by the Punjab police. Female cops are also present along with the special operations group of the Punjab police, so as to ensure that if Amritpal or any of his associates try to come to his place, he or she can be nabbed. And the senior officials of the Punjab police, they are also here keeping a tab. And now this deployment in the areas that are connecting the nearby villages to the village of Amritpal clearly shows that the police don't want any of the elements linked to Amritpal come to his place. If they try, they will be nabbed. With Gaurav Sahni, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
All right, shifting focus now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the new International Telecommunication Union Area Office and Innovation Centre in India at a program in New Delhi's Vigyan Bhavan today. During the program, Prime Minister Modi also unveiled Bharat 6G vision document and launched 6G R&D test bed. He also launched Call Before You Dig app.
जो इंडियन आईटीयू एरिया ऑफिस खुल रहा है वो हमें 6G के लिए सही एनवायरनमेंट बनाने में भी मदद करेगा। मुझे आज ये घोषणा करते हुए भी खुशी हो रही है कि आईटीयू की वर्ल्ड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन असेंबली अगले वर्ष अक्टूबर में दिल्ली में ही आयोजित की जाएगी। साथियों, भारत के विकास की इसी रफ्तार को देखकर कहा जाता है ये डेकेड भारत का टेकेड है। भारत का टेलीकॉम और डिजिटल मॉडल स्मूथ है, सिक्योर है, ट्रांसपेरेंट है और ट्रस्टेड एंड टेस्टेड है।
Let's get you a quick roundup of all the festivities in the country today. Gudi Padwa is being celebrated in the state of Maharashtra, and Maharashtra is echoing the same celebration with great pomp. Maharashtra celebrates the Marathi New Year with drum rolls and exquisite folk dances. On the joyous occasion of Gudi Padwa, Pune adorned the streets with the saffron and pink. They even made rangolis at their homes and streets. Children also are decked up for the vibrant celebrations. And as different cities of Maharashtra celebrate Gudi Padwa, the Marathi New Year, Nagpur welcomes the celebration with energetic dance performances and feet-tapping drum rolls performed by various groups. Women performed Lezim on the streets of Lakshmi Nagar in Nagpur as Maharashtra celebrates Gudi Padwa today. And local gherawed on the streets of Thane to celebrate Gudi Padwa. They rolled their drums and various other musical instruments in full throttle to captivate others passing by the street. Shobha Yatra marked Guddi Padwa celebrations at Mumbai's Girgaon. Women were spotted in traditional no-spin, jewellery and Nawari sari riding motorcycles in Girgaon area as a part of the Shobha Yatra. Extending his greeting on the festive occasion, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said that it's a new year, a new beginning and a new dream, a new journey. He further extended his Guddi Padwa, Ugadi and Chaitra Navratri wishes to everybody.
सबसे पहले मैं हिंदू नववर्ष की, भारतीय नववर्ष की सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। ये नया वर्ष सभी के लिए सुख समाधान, आरोग्य, ऐश्वर्य लेकर आए और कोविड के बाद एक बहुत उत्साह के साथ और पारंपरिक पद्धति से ये उत्सव हम लोग मना रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि सभी लोगों को समाधान मिले, सभी के जीवन में सुख आए, ये हमारी
Time for a short break right now, but on the other side we have lots more. We have two big stories that we are tracking. Samajwadi Party MP making controversial comments saying that the parliament has been adjourned for Hindu festivals. Also, we have the storm over anti-Modi posters in national capital. BJP is claiming that it is the Aam Aadmi Party who is behind these posters. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party has hit back. Lots more on the other side. Stay tuned.
एक बात बताइए ना, इतने माउंटेन्स आपने चढ़े, इतने कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे इंक्लूडिंग एवरेस्ट, सबसे मुश्किल कौन सा था ये बताइए।
सर, आई वुड से एवरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज द डिफिकल्ट वन। हालांकि लॉट ऑफ पीपल से एवरेस्ट में आजकल हर कोई चढ़ रहा है, बट लेट मी टेल यू सर, एवरेस्ट रिमेन्स एवरेस्ट। Everest is the highest mountain in the world and it will remain so. And I have find Everest to be the most difficult.
Most difficult.
Most difficult. Ultimately crevasses उस खुम्बू ग्लेशियर में आपको क्रॉस करने हैं। Ultimately वो लोत्से फेस में जो 70 डिग्री की वॉल है वो आपको चढ़नी है।
डर लगा कभी?
सर, आई थिंक डरना भी जरूरी है, बिकॉज डर जब आपको लगता है आप सतर्क रहते हैं।
We have to be much tougher as a nation. If a state government does not defend national interest and national security, then the center has to immediately step in. We cannot be so soft and so indecisive that a person like Amritpal and nobody first becomes a national security threat, then becomes so out of control that he organizes a private fully armed battalion around him, attacks state policemen. When the state wakes up, this man Amritpal vamooses and organizes a car chase with thousands of security forces in Punjab. Now we know that drug dealers are giving Amritpal Mercedes SUVs to drive around in. Why? Didn't the security agencies not know about all this till now, or did they allow? If a state government does not defend national interest, then the center has to step in whether people like it or not. These are not legal matters. These are matters of national security.
All right, we have some big breaking news that is coming in at this point in time. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to hold a high-level meeting to review the COVID-related situation and public health preparedness. at 4:30 p.m. today. This is a big development coming in. Remember, of course, we have several flu cases, influenza cases all across the country, but of late, it's being learned that there are many other COVID cases that are coming up, especially in the metropolitan areas. And now we are learning is that the daily COVID numbers have crossed 1,000. This is the figure for yesterday that I'm telling you right now. Daily COVID numbers have crossed 1,000 now. And the Prime Minister is all alert and is now going to hold a high-level meeting to review the COVID-related situation and the public health preparedness. That is going to be just some time from now at 4:30 p.m. And Senior Executive Editor for Republic TV, Abhishek Kapoor, is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Really a worrisome situation indeed, Abhishek, here, the COVID numbers crossing 1,000. And what more can you tell us who all will be participating in this meeting of the Prime Minister?
Well, so the mechanisms are in place. Remember, like last time, whenever there is an increase in positivity rate, it becomes an area of concern. Though, of course, the overall situation in terms of pandemic remains in control with a huge number of vaccinations, over 200 crore plus vaccinations, and the double booster doses also in about 50 crore plus cases. But what is important is that of late we have seen a rebound in numbers, and it gets complicated when you look at the H3N2 influenza virus also spreading like wildfire and complicating things in terms of which symptoms to address for which virus. So whether it's COVID-19 or it's H3N2, and for which treatment protocols to put in place. So the Prime Minister obviously wants the health administration at the center as also in the states to remain on top. Remember, just a week back, there was an advisory from the center to 5 specific states, including Maharashtra, Kerala, where the numbers were higher numbers were being reported. And now that the positivity rate has crossed 1%, with the daily average crossing 1,000, I believe those mechanisms have been triggered where you see the center again hand-holding the states in terms of issuing advisories, in terms of making sure that whatever protocols are there, those are brought into practice. Remember, the mask mandate, for example, was removed about a month and a half back. Even that has been brought back in some specific districts where the positivity, in fact, has crossed about 10%, and that's a high number. Those are just about 4 or 5 districts in the country, but the mask mandate is back there. So the review which takes place under the Prime Minister, of course, includes the Health Ministry officialdom, and then, of course, the NITI Aayog, the NTAGIN, and all those INTA-COGI, ICMR, all those.
Right, Abhishek. So are we expecting that the Prime Minister will hold a meeting? Right, Abhishek. Are we, since you have mentioned about the